Guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Welcome in. You're listening to The Morning Grind, KZI 88.7 FM. We got Edward Crowder III in the building. How you doing today, Edward?
Man, like Tony the Tiger, I feel great.
Yo, that's important, man. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity for us to complain in this world, but we always got to remember that we are able to complain. I mean, you're alive.
Absolutely.
You are healthy. Mm-hmm. If not, let me know if you got that cough over there. I need to know.
You know, I almost felt something like that this morning, so I took some Mucinex just in case. Cause I felt it coming like 10%. I'm like, whoa.
But you ain't laid up in the hospital.
No.
And that's always a good thing.
Amen to that.
I'm Dapper D. We're glad that you guys joined us this morning. We are going to get into it today. We're going to bring you current events. We're going to bring you news. We're going to talk a little traffic and weather to get you guys into your day. Some of the topics we got today is, what do you say about someone and the length of time that they take their shower? We are happy that they're taking it, but is too quick? We'll get into that. If you had a wedding dress and it was made out of dollars, look, yo, they doing a good thing right there, but you can't take that everywhere, Edward.
Right, can't take a lot of Washingtons nor Franklins around like that.
There's some places that you just don't want to show up, and from afar they may think it's some big face, some big dog dough, even if you made it out of dollars.
Right.
The small stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it would be a baller move if you used the big bills to make that dress.
Oh yeah, Franklin's all day, every day.
Well, I have an affinity for Washington. So the Washingtons work for me, but for other people, maybe not.
Yeah, hit.
So we'll talk about that. I want to know where you guys say don't show up in that dress, wherever you're from. We got people streaming from all over the world. We got some people out in Europe joining in with us, so we're looking forward to that. We're going to talk a little bit about January, the January movement. If you ain't heard about it, we'll talk about that. Listen, sometimes the shoe is on the other foot. So when player game goes from the guy being a player for the lady, what about when that player is the lady playing the guy? You mad, bro? How do you feel about that? We'll talk a little bit about the baby daddy. You don't know who the baby daddy is? We're gonna get into it. You listen to The Morning Grind.
You're in the mix.
We are right back at it. KZI 88.7 FM. You're listening to The Morning Grind. A little bit about your day. You heard the intro. Edward Crowder III. What you got on that traffic, sir?
Woo-wee. When I say hump day, that means hump day for traffic out here, man. We ain't playing out here. So let's go ahead and give a little traffic update. So we got 2 lanes blocked due to crash on I-35 southbound at exit 223 Main Street, which is in Buda. So you going south that way, be careful out there, all right? Wells Branch Parkway. We got obstruction on the road on Wells Branch Parkway near Variety Way. We have another obstruction on the road on US 290 East after Sheffield Avenue. And then we also have more road construction all around. Now, as far as traffic overall, yes, traffic is building up really bad coming in from Kyle Buda going all the way up 35 by way of South Austin. Traffic buildups as usual out there coming in from Oak Hill. Traffic buildups as always coming down from Georgetown through Round Rock all the way down to the upper low deck split. And of course traffic building up coming in from Lakeline by way of 183 down to Mopac. The time now is 7:49. Go ahead, Douglas, with that weather update.
68 degrees for a high today. Plentiful sunshine. I shine, you shine, we shining today. Winds are going to come out of the south-southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. A little windy. What I got to say is make sure the hat's on tight, the weave's on tight, the wig's on tight. Keep it tight. Now tonight, you're going to get down to 44 degrees, mainly clearly skies. The wind's going to be light and variable. You're only going to have south by southwest winds at 4 miles per hour then. There is an 11% chance of precipitation. We'll see how that works out. Yo, Edward.
Yes, sir.
Man, look, let me tell you something. There was a text exchange, right? Mm-hmm. And the person said, hey, I'm about to take a shower. I'll text you when I'm out. Mm-hmm. Now, that text went out at 7:01. Mm-hmm. The person who received it said, "Oh, okay," and they replied almost immediately at 7:01.
Yeah.
Well, then the person that said they're going to take the shower said, "Hey, I'm out." That was at 7:04. The person that received it says, "Wait a minute. You took a 3-minute shower from the time you had enough time to shower. Get back to me, pick up the phone and send it within that 3 minutes." And they immediately blocked him from further communication.
Wow.
Was that a little too hasty?
It's hasty for the fact that they block them, for the fact that they criticize them for the amount of time they was in the shower. This is me. The less you in the shower, the better, because one, you're not wasting water.
Yeah.
If you know how to coordinate as far as washing your whole body
Yes.
in 3 minutes or less,
Yes.
kudos to you. If you need to take a little bit more, that's cool. But if you need to take an hour, no, you wasting people's water. But the fact that you're blocking somebody for the fact that you taking a shower in 3 minutes or less, come on.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Amen.
They just want to make sure that they're encouraging positive cleaning habits when it comes to that body. They want to make sure you got everything. You ain't got to rush from me.
Right.
And if you did, that's not exactly what they were going for. Yeah, I see it. I see it from where they're coming from. Look, less than 1% of America is served in the military, and if you've ever been to basic training or had one of those quick baths, well, 3 minutes is a luxury.
Right.
That's a long amount of time. But we ain't talking about that.
Right.
There ain't a drill sergeant standing over your shoulder. And a lot of people don't have that perspective. So, I mean, I guess I get it. Look, we are going to have some amazing topics today. Make sure you guys call in 512-836-2887. 512-836-2887. We got a couple more minutes before we go to break. All right. We talked about that wedding dress. If a wedding dress was made out of dollars, and I'm not even going to tell you what dollars, because I didn't see that much of a close-up. But if a wedding dress was made out of dollars, tell us all the places where that lady could not wear this dress without security surrounding her. The places I've been, the one I came up was 42nd Street at Times Square. I've been in some places. Man, I spent some time in New York in the 80s. It ain't pretty. Well, let's just say there's gentrification has changed and uplifted areas, and there are places that are not bombed out like they used to be.
Right.
Name a place, and you from around here. You up in that Killeen, that double L. Y'all got a double L and a double E up there in Killeen?
Oh, they got to separate between the odds, right?
Man, y'all, it feel like y'all doing too much up there with the double L and double E's. Y'all trying to be fancy up there.
And we got to talk to the guy who started that city more than 140 plus years ago.
Hey man, we here for a history lesson.
Yeah, blame him. His last name is the reason why we got the city as it is. So
hey, we may have to come back to that, because I've never heard you do that on the air, but Killeen certainly it's brought up a lot. Heard y'all were talking about it Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, maybe one day we may have to dip into. Don't worry, people. We won't put y'all to sleep with that. But we'll let Edward come in with a fact. And then we'll come back with something else, and then he'll come in with a fact.
Yeah. But to answer your question, as far as where they could probably wear that, probably at the domain.
Oh, that's where they could.
Yeah.
But where could they not?
Where could they not?
Yeah. What about your block back in Killeen?
Oh, I mean, it's fine over there, but then again, it ain't really much happening on my block. Now, as far as like in the shopping centers, maybe. If it's like on the north side, nah. You asking for trouble.
Man, I just want to make sure that she understands you did your thing. You went viral. It is amazing. But, man, we got problems. I mean, normally people just going to stop and be like, oh, let's keep they taking pictures instead of, hey, call up Roscoe. Get your main.
Right.
We're about to run through. This is KAZI 88.7 FM. You're listening to The Morning Grind. Edward Crowder III over there. I'm Dapper D.
Oh, yeah.
We out here. We doing it for you. Thanks. Back at it. The Morning Grind, KZI 88.7 FM. Edward Crowder III is on my right, in your ears. I'm Dapper D. Let's talk about some traffic there.
All right, let's go ahead and give you some updates again on this traffic. So we still have obstruction on the road out there on Wells Branch Parkway near Variety Way. And we also have obstruction on the road on US 290 eastbound after Sheffield Avenue. We also have just, of course, the usual traffics on a hump day, as far as, if you're coming in from 183 in Lakeline area coming down towards Mopac. We also have heavy traffic as usual coming down from Georgetown down through Round Rock all the way down towards Runberg area, then to the upper lower deck split. Traffic northbound 35 coming up from Hayes County by way of Butte Kyle, still heavy all the way up towards 35 all the way up towards Ben White, and of course usual heavy delays coming in from the Oak Hill area. The time now is 8:01. Douglas, go ahead and drop that little weather gem for us.
It's falling. It's falling. It's falling. Your expectations of snow. Yeah, it's falling. Because we gonna get 68 degrees today.
Yeah, that's better than what we're getting right now, man.
I said it's falling. They probably think. Everybody ran to the window, pulled open your blinds. Those of y'all who got blinds up. How many of y'all live up on the 5th floor and you ain't got nothing on your windows right now? I mean, I ain't judging you. I just want to know that I understand the struggle's real. You can get them up sooner or later. 68 for a high today. Plentiful sunshine. Winds out of south-southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I got on a hat today, but I got it down. Edward got on a hat today too, but we ain't going to lose ours. We're going to get down to 44 degrees, mainly clear skies tonight. So that'll be light and variable winds. Only about 4 miles per hour. Still coming out of south-southwest. So, hey. Today could be that day. You got them nice shoes. You got them blue suede shoes. You could bring them up out the house today. Get up out there. Let us see what you're working with. So, Edward.
Yes, sir.
We talked about a few things for our listeners. 512-836-2887. You can call in. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to be giving away some Cat Williams tickets. Cat Williams. You might have heard of him. If you haven't, that's all right. It's still something free and you could go and then you'll find out about them. But that's coming up a little bit later. We'll be doing that closer to about somewhere around 8:30. But stay tuned in because you're going to need a couple reminders and there's going to be a little trivia. This ain't going to be no layup. This ain't the YMCA layup line. You got to earn this one. You're going to have to go hard to the cup to get these tickets. So what does the relationship with your ex and their love interest, what is that called when you have a kid? How do they treat your kid? So what are your thoughts on that, Edward? In that relationship, you got a kid, and now your ex and their love interest are around your kid. What is that? What is that called?
That sounds like a future Sierra Russell Wilson type of deal. It's kind of complex.
It is complex. And it's always emotional.
Yes.
And I think that's because the person that you used to be with, a lot of times they don't take the high road.
No.
And so they're out here bashing. And they want everybody to know how horrible you are. But you know what hurts? When those people see that the ex is doing great in a good, stable relationship, holding hands, baking pies together, picnics in the park, and everybody's like, wait, I thought you said there was a monster. And so you hate that. So their thing is working.
Right.
And now they're in that love thing, and you might be in a love thing, but that's where it gets real complicated. Have you seen that? Oh
yeah, I witnessed from the outside looking in. I see that all the time. The insecurities, the what's that word? The jealousy, all that stuff. That it really reeks out of their skin, and it's very well omnipresent with it, and it's sad. People just got to let it go. They got to understand what the situation is now, and if they can't handle it, they need to just go somewhere. But the fact is, the main point of all, the kids are the reason why they need to focus on them in the first place. You know, regardless of how they feel, the kids are the most important thing out of all.
What I can tell you is, whatever that relationship was, we know it still isn't.
Right.
But you made that choice. Whoever that person is, at some point you thought they were amazing. And unless you, again, in reality, emotion out of it, unless you think they're an idiot, which kind of says something about you because you picked them, but unless you think they're an idiot, they're going to do a great job of who they're picking to be around the kid because they picked you. Because remember, you out here bashing like you telling everybody you God's greatest gift, right?
Right.
They picked you.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think you forced them, and there was no force in the relationship. So you're going to have to trust who they're around. if they're dating, and I'm just throwing out random stuff here, like if they're dating a college professor who also volunteers and gives out stuff to the needy, I mean, come on, it was a good choice. They made a good choice.
Oh yeah.
So just relax.
It's like a lottery pick. Like they got lucky with it.
I mean, if they are dating America's next greatest gangster, and there are constant shootouts, all right, I got that. But of course, you're gonna need proof of all that.
Right. We need that receipts.
But like
everything.
Right now, look, they treating your kid good. Your kid is happy. Your ex is happy. Why don't you be happy?
Right.
I'm hating.
Everybody be happy. It's Wednesday.
Take the high road. That's what we're talking about. Hey, we talked about being a player, but what about if the player isn't always you? You're the participant. You're not exactly the player. Now we always, when you say player in a male-dominated society, everyone kind of goes to guys first, right?
Right.
It's two guys here. 512-836-2887. You can call in. If your circles, when you say player and everybody thinks about a lady first, okay. Hey, if you the PIMP, we want to know whatever gender. But for the conversation for you and I, sir, what would you say about this, Edward?
Okay.
There was a lady, and if she posted this as soon as it happened, just bought him food, slept with him, and then sent him home in an Uber. Let's see how men like it. Edward, I gotta know. Are you mad, bro?
Oh, I ain't mad, but I'm gonna feel some kind of way about that. Cause
why?
I feel emasculated.
But why?
For her to do all of that instead of me doing that for her.
Wait, we just talked about in a relationship, nobody being forced. You think she was forced to do all that?
No, she ain't forced.
She chose to do all that, Edward.
She chose to do that, but usually the average man wouldn't allow a woman to do all that.
Oh,
yeah.
You think so?
On average.
Edward, I was hoping you was going to say that. Let me get you. I'm about to get you. Edward, if your lady came over and she said, let me meal prep you for the week, you going to stop her?
Oh, no.
No. If she brought over groceries to do all that and meal prep for the week, you going to stop her?
No.
Because the majority of us, when I was out there playing, I ain't never had nothing in the fridge. That's why that six-pack abs is always tight. Okay. So if she come over, she start cleaning. She brings some of those little plug-in things that emit air freshness every now and then, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. She bought that with her own money. You going in on that? Nope. You're accepting that.
Right.
If she goes, maybe you ain't got a washer and dryer, and she goes out, sits at the laundromat while you gone. Maybe you playing ball or something. Washes all your clothes, buys detergent and all that, comes back. They spending money, dog. If she DoorDash some money because DoorDash some food because as soon as you walk in, there's some food ready. That's the same thing. That's the same cost
she's
doing for you.
She gonna feel more entitled because if you mess up later on, she gonna come back at you real hard.
Well, see that comes down to the point of you're an idiot. If she breaking you off like that, you are an idiot.
Because she's gonna be like, I clean dishes for you. I bring this food. I made your bed and this the thanks I get.
She trying to show you her worth. I ain't emasculated and I ain't mad, bro. If she want to do all that, I respect game. Here's the thing. She brought me over to her spot. She laid down something to eat. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And you want to know why? Because we was sipping on something when I was over there. And so I don't want to drive home. She trying to make sure I ain't getting no DUIs. That's taking care of your boy.
Ooh-wee. Let me know where they at out here.
I ain't mad. Oh, they out there. They out there. See, you gotta put yourself in the right situations. I will always make fun of somebody, especially, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier, that when you mad at your ex. Bruh, where did you go find that ex at?
Right.
What kind of background check did you do? Oh, you got caught up? That's what happened? Well, that's a you problem. Because if you in the right places looking for the right ones at the right time, you're going to get the right ones. Now,
yeah, you're right about that.
Know. Ain't of us, I ain't a clinical psychiatrist. Like, I don't know, like, what is deep down that someone's got. But you find that stuff out. You ain't always got to end up in each other's close company.
Right.
Doing things where bodies are in close contact. That ain't got to happen quick. That's a you problem if you can't control yourself.
Like the old saying, self-control.
Yes. So what you need to do is do a little understanding, a little background scoping, and learn something about that person.
Yeah, research.
Here's what I can tell you. I had a little pretty thing. I made sure that she knew I was into her. You can have that side thing. You could have the side thing that you always had. I think we call them a late night call.
Yeah.
A gentleman's request, if you will.
Or like side piece, like that song.
Yes,
I left
sir.
home to be
Yes, sir.
with my side piece.
Doing that all day.
Yeah.
You already did a little background check or possibly, but you're comfortable with that. But don't mess up the good thing. You're trying to see what the good thing is. And then once you're at a good place with the good thing, yeah, side piece gotta go. Side piece. It was great. You know it was great. It was amazing.
Hey,
But
so
it's time to upgrade.
one woman man wasn't in the picture back in those days, huh?
That's what it comes down to. So, hey man, we are adults. I'm tired of hearing people talking about adulting. Player, we know you an adult. You ain't got to tell us you adulting. Adulting means doing what you got to do without saying I'm adulting. That's
Exactly.
real talk. 512-836-2887. You can call me up if you one of the ones you got to let people know you adulting. Got it. Are we supposed to judge you? Are we supposed to say, oh yeah, dog, you adulting, and with the rest of us are not? Come on, man.
Like you pay bills, but I don't. Something wrong with
this,
that?
This commonplace. Do you tell your mom you adulting?
Nah, she already
Nah,
know
you
I'm
don't.
adulting from the
Mom
day I
might
became
be-
18.
She might read you.
Oh yeah.
Grandma might read you like you really, honey, you adulting, because whenever I come over here, I see drawers over there in the corner. Your bed ain't made. Look.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
levels to this. So
Big time.
I mean, don't
as long
just-
as they're alive, they still gonna do that to you.
don't get
My
me wrong.
mother, she still try to do stuff for me. I'm like, Mom, I'm this age. You gotta do that. Mom was like,
Trying to keep you tight.
like, son, look, I'm your mother. I don't care how old you get. I'm still gonna take care of you. I'm like, after all these years you're raising me, and this the things I get, Mom. All right, love you, Mom.
Our mother's love, it's never ending. We
Nope.
can't shake it. So there was this lady, Edward.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know who the baby daddy was, so she invited the threesome to the party.
Oh,
The other two
whoa.
gentlemen. And in her social media posts, they were all posing together and taking pictures all together. And the dudes, they were posing for the pic. They were enjoying. They were taking it all in. Edward, would you do that?
No.
You there with the other dude until y'all find out, till y'all end up on
Maury.
insert your favorite talk show where you find out you are the father.
Nah.
Come on, man.
Can't do
but he a
that.
nice dude.
I mean, it don't really matter if you're nice or not, man. The fact is, I'm not going to do that. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a nice guy, but I have learned over the course of years, nice can only get you but so far.
Yes.
It's all about the integrity. It's all about It's all about knowing what you really should be in a part of and what you really should stay away from.
Well, mistakes happen.
Yeah.
And again, these are the decisions you make. You pick that lady. And oh, by the way, maybe you out here still trying to be a player and you didn't tell her, y'all didn't have that talk about being exclusive. So she's still
Right.
doing what she's doing because somebody brought her food, someone slept with her, and then someone sent her home in an Uber that night that you didn't do it.
The whole bundle package.
And so stuff happens. She might have had a plan. B wasn't one of them, and then here we are.
Yep.
It's a threesome all together.
That's sad.
Taking photos like a quinceañera.
While I be in the back
It's a
sipping on,
quinceañera.
and I be in the back sipping on that soda, like, what a shame.
Man, could you imagine everybody at the party? Are they laughing with you or at you? And are they taking pictures and video of the three of y'all for support or so they could go viral?
Oh,
That's how I got this info.
Yeah, they're gonna support it going viral. Look, even if they're not famous, they're gonna put it on TMZ, Gossip, all that stuff. You know, they trying to get some money off of that.
And I know every caption says, y'all ain't gonna believe this.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly it. Man, I'm gonna tell you. Yo, I want to celebrate a little bit about some little known black facts that some people may not know.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Howard University became the first HBCU with an intercollegiate figure skating team.
Really?
know that?
No, I never heard of that.
No.
Wow.
Historically, black colleges, universities, yeah, I mean, 85% are probably going to be black Americans. And that doesn't mean that there are not other people there. Quite often, a lot of HBCUs, they'll do some recruiting for their soccer team, their baseball team. They'll go down to the Caribbean, Puerto Rico.
Right.
And they'll grab some Puerto Ricanos and bring them up so
Right.
that you could use them on your baseball team. That happens quite often.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
same thing when it comes to soccer, because there's a lot of South American, Latin American countries, they play a lot more than us.
Yep. Even in the non-Hispanic countries like Jamaica,
Yes.
Barbados,
Yes.
the Virgin Islands,
Yes.
they bring them all up here.
Hey.
Look at Tim Duncan.
It is what it is.
Even though he was basketball, look at Tim Duncan. He went to university, then became part of the Spurs, and he's from St. Thomas.
Yeah. So there's someone with that background now has the opportunity to go to an HBCU and be on Howard's.
HU.
Where them bison that? Where them bison that?
Right.
That's over there. They over there in Washington,
Shout
D.C.
out
For
to
those who don't
DC.
know where that's at.
Yep.
Alabama A&M University made history as the first HBCU band to lead the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
If I would have known that, I would have woke up extra early to watch it live.
I know,
Because
man.
that's very historical. I
know,
love
man.
it.
We missing now. After the fact, I did make a statement on this show because there was a little controversy because they was moving too slow.
Get out of here.
Hold on. The organizers, I appreciate y'all dug into y'all's bag on that one.
Right.
When we talking diversity, equity, and inclusion, y'all did the thing. Y'all said,
Exactly.
let's go get these boys. But when you got them, you had forgot. Look, man. Maybe you saw a quick clip of their musicality online, and then you was like, "Let me get them." You ain't been to a game. You go to an
Right.
HBCU game, you gonna understand.
You're going to get turned up for real. And they're mainly in one spot,
Yeah.
but they normally have the freedom to move around because they're on the football field.
Yes.
Macy Parade,
Oh.
they literally walk in nonstop, so they can't really do much. So they used to being fast paced
Yes, sir.
in one location. They're not used to moving on a street.
And they the first ones.
Right.
They the
Give
they the
me a year.
colonizer.
Right.
they done put the flag down, so they got to put on.
Right.
You the first. Listen, when I went to the holiday party, you was already there.
Yes.
But you saw when I walked in the door, I was like, well, okay, we got it. You punctual, Edward. But I flowed up in this thing. I might not have been the first, but I felt like I was the first.
Yeah,
and
you
I
was like
had
first
to
class.
put on. I had to take I made my little social media reel. I did all that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you did when you got there, but I saw later that you did the same thing.
Yep.
That you got to put on.
Oh, yeah, got to.
You the first.
Yeah, I was the very first person. You know what's so crazy? Lately I've been known for being late for a lot of things.
Oh.
But for some reason, I had a hard time finding that one spot. But I was actually the first person there. I was scared before the two other people who was part of the station there. I was like, dang, okay.
Edward got to the KZI holiday party before the DJ. He was helping the DJ lift stuff about the chart. Hey, you want me to get that? All right. Hey, let me get that. Hold on. Let me put my sandwich down.
That was one of the few events where I was like the first to arrive,
Yeah.
last to leave.
Dang.
I normally don't do that.
Well,
but
I know
that was the
you was
case.
the last to leave. What was that eggnog looking like? Who was that? What happened with the eggnog? I mean,
You know what's so
hey.
crazy? I didn't get none this year.
Oh,
I ain't had not this year, but
because
this past.
I left. I was double booked.
I didn't know they
I
had
went
it.
to another thing on the other side of town.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing. That one outfit, I got it. I got two parties out of it.
Hey, there you go.
y'all was at one party with one outfit. I
Bargain.
took that one outfit, and I was in them streets.
Right, you was on
And
tour.
They saw me all over Austin in that outfit.
Right.
Yeah, you can't. Dapper D can't be held down.
Exactly. We can't even hold you down here on the
People
station.
need
Like
to
you,
see me. It was tough though, man. It's tough when you double booked and you trying to get here, you're trying to get there.
right?
That's
And at least
hard.
you showed up, unless like you like double booking and you be like you couldn't even show up in one.
Easy, right? It's easy to do that.
Right.
But what, to your point, that's what you got to do. So I had it on the calendar and I said, I got to show up. Now I was on time. Now the fact,
Yep.
like, the party starts at 6:30. I'm there at 6:30. It's y'all fault if y'all don't show up till 9:30. The party started at 6. If the DJ's spinning, your boy already grinning. I'm there and the party's beginning. Y'all messing around. So if you got to the party late and you was like, hey man, I ain't see you. What? Okay, thanks for being fashionably late, making your entrance. I've been there, done that. I'm on to the next.
Right.
I mean, I can't shut it down, but you shut it down. You opened it up and shut it down.
Oh yeah, of course. Got to show love for the whole team. At the end of the day, you got to make sure that everybody's good, everybody's straight, everybody's doing a wonderful thing.
I'm gonna call you Deacon Reverend Edward Crowder III. He that deacon to get to church early, straightening out the pews. The preacher ain't even get there yet. You see the preacher when the preacher walk in, still holding their clothes in a wardrobe bag. Ain't even changed clothes in. And that's when you
Right.
get to see what your preacher walk around and got the little Gucci bag, rocking in with the J's, got the gold chains dripping.
Right.
Pulled up in that caddy. Yeah. You got to see that.
Oh, yeah.
And teary-eyed, red-eyed. We don't know. I'm gonna just say maybe the good Reverend Doctor was up late studying, getting that sermon ready.
Oh yeah, it probably
I ain't
was.
gonna say what the good Reverend Doctor was getting into on that Saturday night. But hey, some of the churches I went to, hey, talking about double booked. The good Reverend Doctor might have been a little here, a little there.
Oh yeah. He always there about everywhere he goes.
Man, let me tell you. Let's talk about another one.
Okay.
Both Shaw University. There's a lady by the name of India Pulfus. And Jackson State University. Most people know that HBCU because that's where Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, was.
Right.
And that lady's name was Leilani Armenta. They made history this year by having the first female kickers on the football team.
Wow.
So 2 HBCUs did that. So I'm a little curious. We got about 5 minutes before we go to break here. Yo, you want your daughter to play football?
If I had a daughter, and if she want to do it, by all means, why would I stop her?
Because you Texas.
I mean, it ain't about Texas. This is me being, God willing, if I ever become a father, I ain't gonna limit what my daughter or son would do.
You say that.
Yeah.
You say that.
I mean, I might feel some kind of way at first because she's gonna be playing in a male dominant sport, but at the same time, if my daughter or son have the passion to do something, even though it's dangerous, even something that is like not really unorthodox, by all means, why would I stop?
Well, here's what I can tell you. Young brothers sometimes got something to prove. And when I say that, I'm talking all brothers.
Yeah.
We all brothers. At the end of the day, we all brothers.
Of course.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
But young cats, I'll put it that way because I don't want to lose anybody there. Young cats, they got something to prove. They want to be the one.
Right.
They out here trying to get a name. They doing it for the gram. When back in my day, one of my good buddies who I thought I was related to, I thought his family was down around Wilmington, North Carolina, where my mom hailed from. So we was trying to connect the dots. We think we might have been related. But one thing he told me, there was a school not far from my school that they played. He was on the football team. I wrestled, ran track. I was on a football team. She was the kicker. And he said he went and his goal was to put a hat on her body. He had to go hit her. And he did. A little late.
Yeah.
A little late. Nothing from now. This is his words.
Okay.
Nothing wrong, but he had to put her down, is what he said. Now he says he does that for all kickers to get in their head,
right?
To make them think, make them rush. Now, when I say stuff like that, not even gender specific. When I say stuff like that, again, would you want your daughter to do that? When you got these dudes out here, 250 pounds, full head of steam.
If she's all about that life, man, why would I stop her?
I appreciate that. I just want to know. So we also had Texas Southern. We talking about Texas.
HBCU right here. Okay.
The Texas Southern cheerleaders made history, becoming the first HBCU to win a NCAA national championship.
Congratulations, y'all! A round of applause.
All right, Texas Southern.
Texas Southern.
Doing over there.
Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Shout out to a good friend of mine I went to school with back in the day. She's an actual professor at Texas Southern.
Oh, you have a professor in your Rolodex.
Oh yeah.
Well done, sir. Well done. You can't be Eric Crowder the third and be rolling around with a dude named Ginger. you gotta have some aristocratic cats in your section. Don't forget, when we come back from this 8:30 break, we're gonna be giving away some tickets to Cat Williams, but we're gonna have a little trivia to get that. We got the next one. How about a North Carolina pastor? He attempted to stick his wife's co-worker's head into a McDonald's deep fryer. The first lady had gotten into an altercation and called her pastor husband. When he got there, when the good Reverend Doctor got there, he proceeded to wrap his hands around the co-worker's throat and attempted to do the unthinkable. He's gonna fry somebody's toupee, which is still attached to the head. Edward.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to turn the other cheek? You know, don't the Bible
tell the other cheek? But apparently this guy, this so-called pastor, has gotten really human.
Yeah.
And gotten really evil, and I had that word in my head. Oh yeah, he was very ungodly,
Hey,
and it's all shown, and it's now viral. So the man in the cloth. What we doing, man?
I mean, yo, preach. You was in church making me feel bad about my thing. You know, I came to you. I told you about all my problems.
Right.
And you telling me to take the higher route. You telling me, but you can't. It kind of sounds like
hypocritical.
You doing something about that. It's exactly
it's
what
the
it sounds
hypocritical
like.
side.
What I want to know is what that church doing. Now,
good question.
I know the Bible tells with like God forgives, you could repent, and you know you could change some things up.
Right.
So maybe they're forgiven, and now his congregation is even more lit.
The thing is, did he ask God for forgiveness after that? Did he ask the guy who tried to fry?
Got arrested,
right?
Not when he was thinking about it.
Right.
Not when he put his hands on their neck. Not when he was trying to lower that head to the deep fryer. But you mean sometime after, when he had time to sit in cuffs to think about it.
He should have thought about that before the fact that he would go over there and try to go all the way on that. Like he could have, if he was a godly man, he would have came up there and went the right way. Yeah.
We're gonna go to break. It snuck up on us. KAZI 88.7 FM. You listen to the morning grind. We said it. Now we got to be about it. If you don't know who Money Mike is, if someone says to you, pimp down, pimp in distress.
Oh, you know, hold on. You gotta do like how he does.
Wait.
Pimp down.
Oh yeah.
Pimp down too.
Donna.
Donna, where were your antennas when I called you? You are dismissed.
It's okay. If all of that went over your head, we still love you. We still appreciate you listening. Our streams are up today. We got a lot of people streaming us today. We appreciate y'all. But if I lost you with those recommendations, if pimping is pimping, and if you ain't getting that, don't worry. Cat Williams is coming. That is in his repertoire. He ain't gonna do those characters while he's on stage.
If you expecting him, let me do it like how Cat Williams said. If you're expecting me to do all the characters in the movies, put your hands down.
Yeah, it is not that time, but it is time for some comedy, and we're gonna give it away. 512-836-2887 is the number you're going to call with the correct answer. We are giving away 2 tickets to the sold out Cat Williams show. Sold out.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing you could do.
That interview just made it.
There may be a scalper out there.
Oh yeah.
Who may ask you for your firstborn, keys to the Lex, and then they'll give you a ticket to get in. It's a hot ticket right now. If it won't sold out, it's sold out. He went viral. We'll talk a little bit about that. So here's the question. Call in, give me the answer. This person was the son of indentured servants from Great Britain. He was the first recorded African child to be born in the colonies in 1624. Who is that gentleman? Son of indentured servants from Great Britain, was the first recorded African child to be born in the colonies in 1624. Who is that? Call up, let us know. We're going to try to get you some Cat Williams tickets. I'm a little curious here. For Black Facts, did you know that there is a site that does that? And my fraternity brother, he actually runs that site.
Really?
The first Black Facts encyclopedia on the internet. And my fraternity brother, he runs that.
Oh, amazing. Shout outs to him.
An amazing brother. He's from up there around New York. He's a New York dude. And but lives in Boston, and that was really good. So we'll see who calls in. We'll see who's going to be given the opportunity to win those 2 tickets to Cat Williams, baby. I went and saw him live. I've seen him live before.
Same here.
It was years ago.
Yep, same here as well.
But it was amazing, man. It was a great show.
I saw him next month. Been 6 years since I saw him last. I was up there in Chicago with my father's side of the family. I was up there, spending time. It was cold out, but at the same time, they actually surprised me. I actually got the word about it the day before because one of my cousins called my other cousin in the car. He's like, "Hey, our cousin didn't know that we're going to see Cat Williams, right? And me and my cousin in the car, mind you, was snowing like crazy. We looked, he was like, oh snap! So that's why they holding me off tonight.
So
but it was a good show.
We had talked a little a while ago about going to events. You a man of the streets. You be at events. You know, you dropped your entertainment news on Tuesdays.
Yeah. When I get a chance, I'm gonna show you this paper that I had of all the artists who I've seen from January till this past month. It's like 2 pages worth.
But this is gonna be the show.
Yes.
Everybody's gonna be talking about this. If y'all already went to something earlier this year, I got it. And kudos to you. You made it out. If you did something late last 2023, we got it. But what are you going to impress people with? You're going to impress them with tickets to Cat Williams. Maybe you can't go. I know, honestly, I can't go. I actually have something at the exact same time that's mandatory that I can't get out of it.
Right.
I got to go.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But dang, man, some of y'all ain't doing nothing Friday night.
Right.
Y'all could be up in there. But same thing. If you are going or not going, still call in, get them tickets, give them away.
Go ahead and tell them the question again.
You got to help out somebody that you know. So the question is, this gentleman was a son of indentured servants from Great Britain. He was the first recorded African child to be born in the colonies in 1624. Who is this gentleman? Let's see who calls in. So back to another fact that we were talking about earlier. Tennessee State University became the first marching band in the nation to win a Grammy.
Wow.
Yo.
Is that legal?
Let's put on for Tennessee State HBCU. Tennessee State University. What y'all doing out there?
What was the
out here winning Grammys.
What they was nominated for? Or
musical performance? Hey, I'm gonna tell you. When you get up on stage to go up there and get that, I'm taking everybody.
Right.
You gotta take everybody. It's that in itself is a parade to get them all up on that stage.
Wow.
Oh, man, I ain't leaving nobody home for that.
Right.
Yeah. Look, maybe y'all don't give us all tickets to the Grammys. Maybe y'all have us in a holding room in a building, an adjoining building, something across the street. I don't care.
Right.
But when it's our time, make sure we all get the single file, march right on up in that joint. We good for that. We literally are a marching band, so you ain't got to worry about that. We gonna follow the person in front of us and get all the way up on that stage, and we gonna let them know we up in here.
Right,
Nobody else did it, but they did it. Yo, a Houston rapper, his name is Viper. He got arrested.
I heard about that.
He was holding a lady hostage in his basement for years up in his crib. Wait, hold on, man. Is this Montana?
Nope.
I ain't got nobody streaming from there. Is this Idaho? Nope, I ain't got nobody streaming from there right now. Let me do one more while I'm feeling lucky. Is this North Dakota? Nah, man. You and your Unabomber living in a cabin self. Come on, man. That's what you're doing. In the third largest city in America. He did it. He wasn't shacked up in some cabin, some place where no one can hear you scream. Man, he did that in Houston.
Yeah, all places. That's I'm reading the descriptions of it. I'm like,
when it comes to that kind of stuff, man, we have to be vigilant. We got to watch some things. You know,
you look at the mugshot too. It's weird. I'm like, ooh,
man, could they help a brother out? Put his toupee back on.
I don't know about that.
Put his man unit on. Let him get his Steve Harvey wig on.
Or shave it all off.
The neighbors always say that those people keep to themselves and they're quiet. They always say that about. I had no idea. Mm-hmm. He always keeps to himself. He's always quiet. He always says hello and he goes in the house.
You know what my father used to always say to me back in the day?
What's that?
He said there's two people in life you need to really be careful with. The ones who talk a lot and the ones who's always quiet.
No doubt.
The ones who talk a lot, they say about their life, but the ones who's quiet, they thinking, they premeditating what they're really going to do.
And the ones who talk a lot, loose lips. You know how you get your blessing and you tell your friend? Mm-hmm. Well, if that friend telling everybody, now your house getting robbed.
Exactly.
Yo, my boy just came up on this 84-inch TV. Yo, it's crazy. He lives 2 blocks over from me on 23rd Street at 1002.
And we're gonna know how to take the Ring camera off. We're gonna take the 80. We're gonna unsnap the 80T.
Even more than that, man. I don't know why he got an 84-inch TV. He ain't never home to watch it. He always at his girl's house over in Houston. He ain't never home, but he always got that 84-inch TV. You know, you see what just happened there?
Exactly.
Now we know. Thanks, bruh.
Right.
This is another thing. Let me talk to some of the listeners out there. Let me help y'all out. My dad taught me this. When you buy a brand new TV, don't be lazy. I said it. The views and opinions. I need y'all to know this. My view, my opinion. Don't be lazy. Don't put the box out by your trash and wait all week for the trash to come pick it up. I know it's big. If you're blessed,
right?
You just bought a new TV. Does anybody buy small TVs anymore? I don't know.
That's a good question. Every time I go to a certain store, it's big. I always see it no less than 55.
Ain't nobody going back. That's it. Once you go flat, you don't go back. Flat screen. You know what I'm saying? You see what I did?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. If you put your 84-inch TV box out front with all the little new fangled features that it's got, bruh. They case in your block. When they case in your block, because you probably live in a block that needs to be cased, now they know what you just bought. It's called operational security. You don't let them know about your ops.
Right.
And now,
if you have a garage, keep it in there. If you have a spot in the living room somewhere, you know you have an extra spot. Put it right there until the day of.
Damn. Hey, 512-836-2887. Did I give him something was that a little too hard?
Actually, it is, man. Cause I was trying to look online. I'm like,
well, that's why I did it.
I know.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna help y'all out. What was the first colony to ban slavery in 1777? What is the first colony to ban slavery in 1777? Look, people, didn't I say you gotta go hard in the paint for this? This ain't a layup. I literally just told y'all that my fraternity brother created the Black Facts encyclopedia that's online that ain't nobody. So I literally was just talking to that brother. I literally just we just celebrated 113 years from my fraternity. So if I'm in contact with this brother, you don't think maybe I was trying to get a little something to get ready for this? Come on, man. Y'all, it's too early. They ain't woke yet.
Nope.
Y'all better get together. Cat Williams. Man, look. If I got the 2 Cat Williams tickets, I'd be wearing them from my chain. I would be posting about it every day.
Oh yeah.
I want everybody to know I'm going.
Yeah, it's the talk of the town right there.
I got tickets and you don't. I got tickets and you don't. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my immature on.
Yep. Let's say it around those who are mature enough to handle your immaturity, because those immaturity is bound for something.
Yeah. The bodies might come together. We may end up wrestling.
Observe how they act.
We're gonna be wrestling.
Observe how you act before you react.
Wait a minute. When trying to get the perfect shot goes wrong, there was a lady that had to snatch her wig off so quick because it caught on fire.
What?
Let me tell you what happened. So she was leaning over an outdoors fireplace. So she's out. It's kind of cold. Outdoors fireplace is booming. She leaned over the fireplace to take the picture. And yeah, unfortunately, her hair caught on fire.
So basically, her hair was right by the flames,
hanging below her.
Oh, hanging. Yes, okay.
She literally was over the flames.
Oh,
and you could hear her friend saying, "Don't let your hair catch on fire because it singed quickly."
Right.
When she first got on, it singed, but she kept going because you got to do it for the gram.
Mm-hmm. In all the worst way possible.
Do it for the gram, but that wig said scram. She got that joint off quick when it caught on fire. It done messed up, and now you viral for that.
Right. They always talk about fire hazard stuff. You know, can't be near fire elements of fire or heat per se, because it's bound to whoosh.
I'm telling you. So that's pretty embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
I got that sports background. I do the sports show on Friday. But I'm also kind of curious here. What has to happen in a sporting event for you to get embarrassed? If you are a participant in the game, what has to happen for you to be embarrassed?
I was
kind of curious.
Well, for me, multiple air balls. in basketball. If you know you had that shot and it's nothing but air, yeah, that's embarrassing. Especially you trying to make that buzzer call and such. I'm like,
so you was trying to you clearly didn't have a heat check and you kept firing.
Right, I kept firing and I keep thinking like I got it, and you see it's way off to the left or way off to the right or even above the rim. I'm like,
Edward, you sound like you way off. You said multiple air balls.
Yeah, multiple air balls. I was rusty at one point. Bruh, you know.
I'm gonna tell you this: if Coach don't get you, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, of course. That's why you dapping about that. Yeah.
Literally, you're killing us.
Right.
The other team, they don't even come over. They like, oh yes, please. They double and triple team the rest of us to leave you wide open.
Exactly.
So there was a team that they had like 5, 6, 7 dunks in a row.
Wow.
And so I'm just kind of curious. That's embarrassing because clearly our defense is lacking. Mm-hmm. We're like Swiss cheese, but. I mean, how many dunks in a row does it take before the coach should call timeout? How many air balls does it take to get you up out of there? Edward Crowder the third.
2.
I mean, I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, but bruh, tonight ain't your night.
Oh, of course. It's a cold night.
We ain't getting you off the team, but we get you off the court right now.
Not even on the bench.
I'm good.
Like you go to the lockers.
I don't need it. So if that happens, we got to have a talk. Maybe we call timeout. Coach, I don't know. Maybe Coach got his little thing. This is the first time she came out. She's sitting in the stands, and she looking real good. She on the front row, and maybe he looking over, and thinking about what we doing afterwards, and maybe he fell asleep.
Right.
So as like the team captain, it is my duty to jump up, and I'm gonna get that referee's attention. I'm calling timeout. Man, we out here getting boat raced. And my mama in the stands. She's seeing us. We down by 60.
Right.
Before the half.
Like with Steph Curry shots, we definitely done. It's a wrap.
I'm gonna go start a fight. That'll stop it. I'm gonna go push somebody. The smallest, skinniest dude on the other team though. I ain't messing with the big boys.
Right.
But I'm gonna go push somebody. We stopping this. I think when it gets that done. So according to a custody settlement, Nia Long will receive $32,500 per month in child support.
Goodness gracious. Does she really need all that money though?
Is that a lot of money?
I wouldn't know. That's more than enough.
That's a lot of money.
$32,500. That's more than what 50 Cent's son talking about. Oh, he can't live off of $6,700 a month.
Now, there isn't a baby that was made out of this, but 50 Cent said, "Have a baby by me."
Be a millionaire.
I mean, I'll be at 32,500 on there.
If I do 32,500 times 12, I'm gonna actually go on a calculator on that. Oh. I don't think you're gonna make it about. No, you ain't gonna be a millionaire off of that in 1 year. Okay. If you save all that money, it ain't gonna work. Let me see, 32,500.
Hey, you a clean millionaire?
Times 12.
Oh, shots fired.
That's 390,000 before taxes and other stuff.
Man, you so into the math. You didn't even recognize my slight, my disrespectful tort towards Colleen.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard the same.
Took the high road.
Yeah, I took the high road so I can get down to the money.
Unlike the good Reverend Praster,
right?
Trying to dunk people.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you show up at that basketball game when Edward Crowder III is shooting air balls and dunk the ball there?
Right. Or you dunk it and like instead of going right in the rim, it just bounces back up top. Like
they live in different. 32,500 a month. That they live in different. That is different. Man, I couldn't even. I mean, that's
that's like lottery payments right there.
I mean, I'm just kind of curious on what do you do?
And that's for child support. I
would just live off of it and then save the rest so that when that kid turns 18 and the payments stop, you at least got something left over too.
And I'm wondering too, with that 32,000 pounds. I mean, no disrespect to Nia Long, she's like one of the amazing actors I've been watching since Boys in the Hood days.
Is she in your top 5 prettiest ladies?
Not to think of it, I don't know. I'll get back with you on that.
She wasn't in mine, but I did have a crush back in the day. But finish your thought.
But I'll say this though, like with 32,500, like I'm assuming she lives in California. Now it all comes down to probably like private school, probably come down to daycare, all that stuff. I mean, if it really costs that much, okay. But outside of that, I mean, I know there gotta be other ways where like that 32,500. I don't know if it's going to go all for the child. Like, because at the end of the day, the child support is supposed to be the money for the livelihood of the child. I mean, in some cases, if you have to go and buy, groceries, things like that for the family household, okay. But at the same time, it's like $32,500 for child support. You know what? Better than alimony. You're paying somebody for the rest of your life with that money. That's very dependent.
Hey,
but you got to make sure you got to do whatever you can do to keep that going. But $32,500 for a child support? No.
Yes. Hey, let's see if we got a caller that has the right. Caller, are you there? KZI, hello.
Yes, I am here.
What is popping? How are you today?
I'm doing all right, man. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great.
Doing excellent, man.
Last night was a late night, and I was really tired. I'm just messing with you, Colin. You ready to get to the stuff? Unless you want to hear about my night. You want to get to the business, don't you?
Hey, man, I'm listening to y'all, so you can talk about your night all you want.
Look at that! Look at that! Now, you know what? I appreciate you, brother. What's your name?
Hey, man, this is Eastside Larry.
What's up, Eastside Larry?
Eastside?
But what did you call for, Eastside Larry? Let me get to your business first, since you all consider it.
I called to win a ticket.
Well, let's see, Larry. What is the answer? I gave two questions. So, what is the answer to either one of the two?
The second question, would that be Vermont?
Yo!
You are the winner.
You are the winner, Eastside Larry. You going to see Cat Williams, brother?
10-4. Oh yeah, let's go! Woohoo!
Yo, that is amazing. But since you want to hear about my night last night, so like I went and played pickup ball yesterday, right? And then I was real tired, and I had already worked out like early in the day, so I had a good day, Eastside Larry. And I was tired by the time the night had rolled through. So your boy bedded down like at 9:30, 10 o'clock. Eastside Larry, see, you didn't really want to hear all that, right? You was just being considerate.
Oh no, man! Oh no! I love you guys. Edward J. Crowder, I swear, man, you guys are the best.
Yo,
we try, man. We try to do our best to give ourselves great quality programming for you.
That's what we trying to do. We gonna you stay on the line. I'm gonna take care of that with you. Congratulations, and when someone hits bingo, Eastside Larry, don't nobody ever really clap because they happy for you. Like they all of Austin and our listening radius, they mumbling under their breath about you right now, right? You know that? You okay with that?
Hey man, I'm cool with that. I'll be a Cat Williams.
Let the haters hate.
Yep. Hey, hold on the line, brother. Hold that line. AZI 88.7 FM. You're listening to The Morning Grind. We appreciate you listening. Man, I know you're listening, but is your friend listening? Is your mama listening? Nope. Don't hold this to yourself. You ended up all the way to the left on purpose. You didn't just like say, let me just say, I ended up over here and you found us. Man, you a fan. Share. Make sure other people are streaming, listening. Not to mention, we got some good numbers of people streaming right now, but this isn't the all-time high that Edward has seen. Let's give Edward his all-time high today. Call up somebody, tell somebody. You could say, hey Google, play KAZI. You could tell Alexa to do it too, I'm sure. I just gotta Google it.
Now playing KAZI 88.7.
Stream it in the other room instead of trying to listen to us while you walk to the other room. Yeah, help us out.
If you got two Bluetooth speakers, sync it up. I'm telling you, it makes a difference.
Yes, it does. So we got to give them a little bit of traffic. What you got, sir?
All right, coming up for this traffic for this time of the day, we do have multiple incidents out here, so please be on the lookout when I tell you these locations. So we have a crash on Bluff Springs Road at Knuckles Crossing Road. We also have a stalled vehicle on Slaughter Lane at Rocking Horse Road. We also have a crash on Kerry Manor Road near Abernathy Street. We also have a crash on Anderson Lane westbound at I-35. We also have a crash on Circle Drive near US 290. So with that being said, we still have traffic holding up really tight out here, but it's slowly letting up, but it's still heavy, especially through the Round Rock area. Then, of course, down on Palmer Lane, going down towards 183 towards the upper lower deck split. We also have, of course, traffic coming in from the Hayes County area, but it's slowly letting up a little bit as you get close to Slaughter and Sassany, Wayne Cannon by way of I-35 northbound. And we still have the usual delays out there in Oak Hill coming in. The time now is 9:02. Douglas, go ahead and give us that little weather.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, it is sunny out here if your name is Eastside Larry. The rest of us is gray with haze. Man, how many of us had the air go out of us when Larry got through? God, Larry, he said he here for the hate, though. He said, I'm sorry for y'all. I'll be sorry at the show for y'all, but I'm going to the show. He said he going, but for the rest of us, though, just go outside. I know you were indoors and you were listening, and you're in a little funk haze now. We're giving them away every day. You're going to have 2 more chances this week, Thursday and Friday. But you're going to have 68 today when you do get out of this funk. Southwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's kind of windy. And then tonight we're going to get down to 44. Mainly clear skies. Winds are light and variable. Yo, that dude is high right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Man, did you hear him before I took him off? He said, man, I can't believe I won these tickets.
Yep.
That's when you happy. When you happy and you talking to yourself.
I know the feeling.
Hey, Eastside Larry, thanks for making sure I didn't have to censor your call by hitting the dump button, because you could have said something else. Maybe I need to be quicker with transferring you, but that's real authentic excitement. That's when you know you happy.
Yeah, he's like real passionate. Just like when the call I had yesterday, she was calling in, and she was very passionate about the fact that she won those tickets and stuff.
Yo, that's the second pair of tickets I was able to give away. We gave away a pair when for the Big 12 championship game, when we were on location out there at Hiders.
Oh yeah,
man, we gave some away.
I was in the park. I was in the car watching that.
Yo, they had us with the free pancakes, but shout out Felicia. Hey Felicia. Speaking of Friday, Money Mike putting out all the games. You gonna do there? But yeah, man, she made handmade sausage.
Wow.
Not
So he's like ground beef
patties. This thing was thick.
Yeah.
So we came there for the free pancakes, but we got broke off with some sausage. That was amazing.
Bigger than candy yams with extra syrup.
Congratulations, Eastside Larry. You are our winner for today. Oh, and the answer to the other one, William Tucker. William Tucker was the son of indentured servants from Great Britain, and he was the first recorded African child to be born in the colonies in 1624.
Wow.
So we got a caller on the line. Caller, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Air horn appropriate. Cover your ears. DL from RVA. You see, I stole your thunder. I had to say who you were. Did you get an intro, my lady?
That's great. I'm enjoying it on this morning. Just want to call in. Oh, good morning, Edward. I know Dapper D called you the Reverend Dr. Deacon and all like that, but
right.
He on time. He there early.
Hey, good morning. I want to say too, it's personally great to hear you in person, because I always listen to you every Wednesday when I'm getting ready for work. So it's always a pleasure to actually sit here and talk to you, coming all the way from Virginia.
We actually played one of your clips this morning, DL. The Houston Have a Baby by Me. We played that this morning. So he was also probably listening to that. On
I sure
now
did.
He's starstruck. He's starstruck right now, DL.
well, Edward, I'm just lonely, humbly DL from RVA.
Well,
Just a real person, just trying to give some real advice.
amen. I appreciate that. Anything with great advice and humility, that's my lane right there too. So if you have that, I am all ears. My eyes is all open, and I'm ready for it in an open heart. So thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I was calling in because I was done hit on a couple of things this morning. I was calling in as a parent of a girl mom. I also have a son, but my girl is the oldest.
Yeah.
And she was raised to be the oldest, that she could handle all things.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest of my siblings. So I was raised to handle all things as well. So she played sports. She was a better quarterback than most of the boys out there. She was fast. She ran track. She did kickboxing. She did martial arts.
Yeah.
All that. She was also a cheerleader.
Wow.
She was the kind that was the real cute cheerleader. But if you came out your mouth wrong, she could throw those dukes.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, it's good to have a girly girl, but also make sure our girls know how to protect themselves. They know how to be out there with the guys and not feel intimidated. Because they can be just as great an athlete as any other guys out there. But we limit ourselves because we don't want our daughters getting hurt.
Amen to that.
I want my daughter to go out there and kick butt.
It's true. I coach youth sports, DL, and I had a team that I saw that won the championship. And they had a person on that team who wasn't even old enough. This was a 6-year-old team, and this person was 5, and it was a girl, and she was the only one in the league, and she played quarterback. And they won the championship with her at quarterback.
Wow.
And that coach, I had to say to that coach, I want to give that coach props. He was a young brother, and I just want to say this, man. I see that your team, you got your son is on your team. You're coaching your son. He's the biggest. He's the fastest. But I just want to give you props for not being chauvinistic in your coaching perspective, because that's what they do. They put the fast kid back there, and he could have done that with his son, but what he realized is this girl can throw. Mm-hmm. My son is fast. Why don't I get this girl to throw to my son? And then he gone. And that's how they were killing teams. So respect to him, and I appreciate. I think DL, you have to let these young ladies do whatever they want to do. If she wants to play football, why should we tell her? Think of these 2 young ladies from Shaw University and Jackson State. What if they got some bad advice and we talked them out of it? You see that?
Right. History wouldn't have never been made.
Exactly.
Man, and see, I have twin granddaughters that are freshmen in high school. They may be 5 feet on a good day.
Oh.
But they are the heart of the rugby team. They're the smallest up there. But
rugby?
their hearts, yes, rugby. And
Hey.
they out there. They don't practice with the girls' team. They go over there and practice with the boys, hit them, knock them down, then run back over to the girls' field and say, you know what, I'm ready, bring it.
Hey, DL, what's their ethnicity?
They are part black, part Korean.
Ooh, okay.
Brothers play rugby?
Yeah.
Brothers with kyogi, with Korean barbecue.
We're gonna play whatever sport gets that scholarship.
Amen.
That's true.
We all about that money because Grandma told them, "I'm giving you $1."
Yo, I've looked at DL. I've looked at highlights of rugby, and here's what I can tell you: the fast dudes, they always make the highlights. Mm-hmm. If you fast, let's say, think about how many athletes we got in America that want to play football, and they are fast, but maybe they ain't got good hands, or But if you went over to rugby, not only are you the fastest person in the league, you're a superstar. You're Jordan over there. I think we need to start diversifying some of our athletes instead of everybody trying to make an NBA team that's only got 12 people on it. Man, you better take that speed and athleticism and diversify. Use it somewhere else. Go dominate lacrosse like Jim Brown used to do.
Right.
Man. What else you got, DL?
Two other things.
What's that?
And I'm gonna make it quick.
Oh, we good right now. We good.
Okay. Little Nas switching over from. Well, he wants to be a Christian now.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen that.
And
I was
even that he has gotten accepted into Liberty University, which is one of the well-known Christian universities.
Yeah. Malik Willis was their quarterback, and he made it to the NFL, which tells you the eyes that are on that up-and-coming small university that just started in like the 70s, and they're already a powerhouse. They played in a bowl game. They got mollywopped by Oregon. They were undefeated. So they coming up down there in wherever part of Virginia y'all got. That's in Virginia, right?
Yep.
Yes, it is. It is Virginia.
How far is that from you?
It's about an hour and a half.
Oh.
And I'm not alumni of Liberty, but I really want to go down there and be on their board all of a sudden.
Yo,
Man, what y'all thinking?
By bringing Lil Nas X.
Yeah,
What-
we don't need that here.
DL,
Make him an online student.
I wanted to just say one other quick little thing though. When you go, because you know you going, you're gonna go to an
Oh, you know
event
I
now
am.
that you know Lil Nas X is gonna be there at. Go to their library. They have a robot in the library that goes and gets the book and brings it back. Yes, robotic.
That's
The
okay. That's
robots
okay.
are
That's
controlling
okay.
the library.
I seen what the robot did at the Tesla facility. That's okay. I'm good.
Well, why you gotta do that?
That was
why you gotta
wild.
do that? That's right here in our backyard. Why you gotta do that,
Right.
Dio? We know
Right.
we know they coming. We scared. Ain't nobody showing up to their job at Tesla right now. They scared.
I'm
The
trying
brothers.
to tell you.
We got Mace.
I
We're going to work with
I
a
complain.
bat.
I complain about service at McDonald's, but I'll take that little nasty attitude over a robot any day. No.
Bing bong.
Yo, DL, what happens when you go back to work after you just see Craig just got pinned and gouged by and attacked by that robot? You rolling to work strapped the next time? I mean, you about to set it off? What you gonna do?
I'm not rolling back to work.
Oh, wait a minute. DL, you gotta make that money.
And I'm gonna make that money. That's a traumatic event. That's a life-changing event. I just watched a coworker get his tail beat by a robot that I'm supposed to fix.
That's PTSD right there.
That was a liar.
God.
I said,
DL, this is why you need to go. Let me explain something. You're only thinking about yourself, DL. Let me straighten you out right now. Let me preach. Good Reverend Doctor, Good Reverend Deacon Edward. Can I get her? I'm about to get her. He don't even want me to get you.
Nah.
Listen,
Do it tomorrow.
You need
Do
to
it tomorrow.
show up.
When I'm
you
here.
know it's going to be a gang fight, DL. You need to show up and help your coworkers. Your coworkers need you to show up. They about to get jumped. They gonna get banked. That's how y'all say it in VA, right? You about to get banked. So you need to show up for the fight, girl. We need you in the fight. We need you in our corner.
and let me school you right quick. The
Do
those
it.
of us that are employees of the Tesla, we are part of the union. Our union has already said we will not go down like that.
There you go. That's right. You let them know.
That you know what? I bet that union came alive. I bet that gave them so much power after that happened, and Tesla probably still buying everybody lunch. And that thing that it actually happened about 2 years ago is when that happened. It's just it kind of went viral and it's coming to light now because the report is out
What, did it happen at the Tesla plant here in Austin
Yes,
or
sir.
in California?
right here in Austin.
And I got friends that work there. They didn't tell me a thing about that.
NDA, non-disclosure.
Oh, they must have
'cause the-
visual prints. 'Cause I need to see. I need to
report
see
hadn't
paper
coming out.
receipts.
Yeah, so the report is out now because they had to do investigation and things like that. So that's why it came out. But DL,
Oh, man.
what else you got before we keep making fun of our local Tesla facility?
Okay, this is my last one, and because I'm Southern, I can't enunciate everything. So there's a lot of names and a lot of things I might mispronounce, and I admit that. So it's a young man named Noah, and I'm gonna spell his last name because I don't want y'all to have to do that. The views and
I feel you.
I don't want
Disclaimer.
that to come up. Right. Okay. The young man's last name is Knigga.
Oh yeah.
Now,
I know what you're
heard
talking
they
about.
say it, and
Yeah.
it's not making sense to me. And I have a college education.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, there is a family, and their name, just like you have, in when you use the word night, you don't pronounce the K, do you? Well, when you
Nope.
say this family's last name, you better pronounce that K. Their name is Knigga. Knigga. That's their name. Their last name is Knigga. Knigga. It is their real name. It is the familial name. Knigga. Edward, your eyes went a certain way.
I see his face. I see his face already.
Yeah.
I feel
can't.
like you want to say, and
can't.
they are Caucasian. They
I
are
can't.
white Americans.
Wow.
They are Slavic. I mean, I don't know. Whatever you want to say to say that they are not dark complected. So
I'm
they are the
holding on
type
to
of
this.
people that you would say. One would say. A lot of people would say. Hopefully, they say you can't say the N word, but they can say the K N word because it's their name.
I'm holding on to this table for dear life right now because I can't.
There's so
I
much you
can't
want to
right now.
say.
This is
Why you
not-
had to do that to us, DL? Why you had to leave us with this?
Dang it.
Now you done messed up.
Is that even legal?
The deacon is disturbed right now.
Make me want to preach it and have a little breath with it. Like, I can't believe they having the last name. Why are they doing that to us? Yeah.
And DL, I appreciate that you were able to bring up this topic, and I was hoping somebody would have, because I literally was saying I hope a Kaniga would, and I'm very thankful that you did this, and I'm also mad, and on behalf of Edward, his eyes rolling his back of his head, he's a little mad that you brought this up. So
No, I ain't
what
mad.
he wants to
I'm-
say to you
I'm
is,
alright with it.
nigga, please.
Hey.
I got y'all my job as a regular is to call in and get you stimulated. I have
Oh, we
done what
stimulated.
I'm supposed to do.
We are stimulated. That is their name. KNIGGA, and that is their name, and they are of a, let's just say, lighter complexion from some of the rappers that use that word in their songs.
No.
Yes. That's it. That just happened to us. Thank you. Thanks for calling in, DL. You are awesome.
You have an amazing morning, Miss DL.
You too. Love y'all
See
later.
ya. Edward, what
Hey.
are you really thinking?
Hey, check this out. After all that happened, I want you to be real careful. Watch this. I wanna go home.
Yo,
Why though?
I am.
Dang.
Yes, yeah. No, so they're making the rounds. That family is very popular right now.
No way.
They've shown up on a few podcasts. A boy from your neck of the woods, Robert Griffin III, RG3.
Yes, I'm very
He
familiar
had
with him.
them on his podcast, the whole family. And he
audacity.
couldn't take the high road either. He had a couple jokes on their name too.
Wow.
Yeah,
I bet it was
happened.
all cool with it because he's RG3.
Well, he from your neck of the woods.
Oh yeah. He was one of the best football players to come out of Coppersco High by way of Baylor, and then
Yes.
he just had one rookie year at the Redskins, which is now the Commanders, and then the rest is history.
Yeah. He shouldn't have played through the injury. He knows that.
He got a street name after him after he got on with the Commanders. I'm like, that's too soon,
Well,
and you got to call it.
it all depends on how you look at it.
Right.
So that franchise has been futile since Doug Williams and Mark Rippon got them some championships back in the 90s. And so for him to win back in 2011, his rookie year, you're referring to when he won their division championship.
Yeah.
So Cowboys fans, I know y'all are listening.
Boo.
Y'all remember that. And they won the division, and then they went to the playoffs. They hosted the Seattle Seahawks, the Russell Wilson Seattle Seahawks.
Oh yeah.
And
That's good era.
that stadium is notorious for being crappy, which is why we talked about news on this show before. That's why the Washington Commanders are going to move down to Virginia. Man, that would have been something to talk about while DL was still on the line. But yeah, they're moving down into Virginia.
Oh.
But that's okay because the Giants play over in New Jersey.
Yeah.
But we got a caller. Caller, are you there? No, we don't. I took a little too long. Sorry about that, caller. Just wanted to finish the thought. But you can call back in. We'll get you right back on. So yeah, I just want people to understand. I know it didn't end good in the long run for RG3, but can't nobody take that Heisman away from him. Can't nobody stop that street from being named. And all respect due, to say that you started an NFL season and you won a division championship, there's a lot of people that have gone their whole careers and can't say that.
Oh yeah.
So that's him. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I was calling in regarding the Kanaya, the name that you just spoke of,
Yes, with the double G's.
with the double D. Well, that is a very unique name. And I was listening to you and DL speak on that. So I had to walk outside of my office just to say, wonderful job with the pronunciation of that particular name. And of course, this is Dr. Jordan.
Oh, Well, thanks for calling in, Dr. Joyce. We appreciate you calling in, and yeah, it can't get any more distinct than that last name. Where you calling in from, Dr. Joyce?
Dr. Jordan.
Dr. Jordan, yeah.
Dr. Jordan. Okay, Dr. Jordan, where are you calling in from?
Rocky Mountain, North Carolina.
Oh!
The Mid-South.
North Kakalaki. Well, we appreciate you listening. Man, we got people streaming from all over the world. Thank you, Dr. Jordan.
You're more than welcome. Have a wonderful day.
You as
You
well.
as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That is awesome. See, we got people streaming from all over, and they appreciate it. They appreciate what we do here. That was Eastside Larry. When I was on the line with him, he said he loves the show. So he's a longtime listener. I also want to give you that.
Oh, and
when I was talking to him,
and special shout out to the two callers that called in yesterday who called in to say they love the music, they love the programs, and I want to say to them as well, thank y'all for tuning in as well too. We couldn't do it without people like you, the listeners, because you listeners are the ones who help keep this station running, especially since we're going on for 41 and a half years, and we still rolling. And speaking of rolling, what else you got, Douglas?
Well, we only have 30 seconds before we got to go to our break. So I just want to double down on that. Look, I ran into somebody the other day, and he's a fan. He knows that on these Wednesdays, the inside joke is the Warfield Mansion, and he immediately said that. And when he said that, he said, "Wait, that's you? We were just talking about the show."
Right.
And then when we talked about that, he's like, "That's you?" We'll be back. Yo. That beat, man, I'm about to freestyle. That
ain't
thing
nothing like having a
that
DJ.
hit me hard right there.
Shout outs to DJ Eddie F. If you don't know who Eddie F is, he is one of the members of Heavy D and the Boys, one of the best hip hop groups during the golden era, and he produced that track that you just hearing on the instrumental side. So, shout outs to Eddie F.
So Heavy D,
Yes.
he's actually in my top 5.
Top 5 MCs.
He's my top 5.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's because of his overall musicality.
Yeah.
His range, his longevity,
Mm-hmm.
all of that was part of it. Hey, the only reason we ain't still getting Heavy D is because that brother is no longer with us.
Yeah.
We would still be getting tracks. As talented as he was, there's tracks that he produced. Remember the group Brownstone?
Oh yeah. Brownstone.
Check that. Check the writing credits on that album.
He did. He even did he was like the epitome of Uptown Records.
Yes.
So because he actually helped. He actually got, I don't know if it was him or Jeff Redd who actually picked up Mary J. Blige's demo tape that got Mary J. Blige signed to Uptown Records, and that's how we became what we got. Mary J. Blige, the one that we all know and love for over 30 plus years. So
talent.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to him.
Not only that, just a recognizing talent. I mean, that's a skill in itself. Think about how many people that needed that break didn't get that break, and because of him, Jay got
also
that.
too, Heavy D, he also picked up a demo tape of what we all now know and love for the group Jodeci. He got that tape. He got that demo tape from Jodeci because they was shopping around New York at the time. They come from Jodeci. They from North Carolina. They were shopping at all the shopping their demos all around all the record labels at the time, and they sent it to Uptown. Heavy D so happened to pick up that demo tape, and he liked what he heard. He sent it to the CEO Andre Harrell, and then of course with Diddy, who we know now, but at the time he was A&R, got him to fix. Well, I say got him to shape Jodeci into the image that we all known for. So yeah, so Heavy D in some ways, he is like a major. He has a major impact in hip hop, in R&B.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. I believe in 6 degrees of separation. What would you say if I told you that? I already talked about one of my fraternity brothers and what they did. What if I told you I have a fraternity brother that wrote a song for Jodeci?
Really?
And, I actually went through my process. I became a Kappa. We were, as you called, online together. For those who know about school days, if you know anything about this, but we pledged together. And that brother wrote a song for Jodeci.
Is this song officially?
It's legit.
Which album was it from?
Oh, see,
I know they released.
Now I'm messing with Mr. Musicality. And now I hope he ain't listening because you just embarrassed me.
Oh.
And he's gonna be like, you don't know the album? Look, I don't know what album that one was, but the name of the song was "Baby Come Back."
Okay, I gotta check that out.
But I
Okay.
don't know what album.
Yeah, I don't know either. Because normally I would listen to album cuts. I think the only album I listened to in its entirety was the Forever My Lady album. Dyra Mad Band.
Yeah.
And the show, the After Party Hotel, I listened to maybe like bits and pieces of
See,
it. But
I was a late adapter to Jodeci, but I'm gonna tell you this: for those who know me, that are in my circle, when Freaking You comes on, don't talk to me. Don't ask me to do anything serious, because if I'm not singing along, I'm probably dancing. And if my lady is near me, you definitely better not be trying to get anything from me. Just sit back and watch. Wait for that joint to go off.
50 feet radius, like no smoking, right?
Man, we
Shout outs to Jodeci too, because I did see him last August. Them and Joe at the
Ooh.
at the
Sounds like that
spot.
was a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, we were talking earlier about Jan-U Harry.
Yeah, can you explain more about that?
Yeah,
I never heard that.
it's a movement, and the Jan-U Harry movement wants us to embrace body hair. The first month of the year is traditionally a time of change and resolution. We all know that. The gym membership spike. People seek new jobs in record numbers. You don't want to quit your job for the holidays, but as soon as that holiday is over, wait a minute, let me get this. Let me tighten up this resume. But yeah, abstaining from alcohol. Who makes that resolution? Come on, you know you ain't gonna be able to do that. If you partake and then you think you're gonna just cold turkey just because the month is called January, call in. Let me know how tough you are.
I wish I have a friend that actually can listen right now, because he's actually doing that part of the fast.
When
Like,
did he start though?
he started on, I think, right after New Year's.
Okay, so I was gonna say everybody had to get through the holiday. Let me get these last few drinks at the holiday parties,
Right.
And then when it's over, I'll start at the beginning of the year. But over the past 6 years, this period's that period has begun as the period marked as Jan-U Harry. And
okay.
it's an initiative challenging women to put down their razors for the month.
Right.
Now, despite its name, the message is evergreen, and the campaign's official. They got an official Instagram account. It has over 40,000 followers.
Oh wow.
Posts images of women celebrating their body hair year round in a bid to normalize it. So, I'm a little curious. 512-836-2887. Call in. You know, if you keep a light coat, if you got a little mustache, you got some sideburns, you know, you already, Jan-U Harry has already been for you for a while. The ladies, fellas, don't call in and tell me bruh, we ain't interested. Bruh, you had plenty of time to call in today about other stuff, man. Look, I'll pick up the phone, but I'm gonna leave you alone, and you gonna hear that dial tone. That's all I gotta say. Bruh, we trying to hear from the ladies on this, man. So Jan-U Harry, but it's liberating because it gets you thinking about the way you treat your body and why. If you've ever had waxing, if you've ever had to deal with razor bumps, you know, all of those things, those are real decisions people have to deal with. And so those people may have said, I'm gonna liberate myself from the pain of waxing, hot
Right.
wax, and the pain of razor bumps, the discomfort, and yeah, that's the Jan-U Harry event. That it's on. We 10 days in for Jan-U Harry. I'm kind of curious, if you out with your lady and y'all get up in an elevator, do you have to look up at the sky when a girl gets in the elevator when you're already in the elevator with your lady?
It depends on who the lady I'm with.
Well, let me explain to you. This one went a little viral. Guy and gal, they're in, and a young lady gets in. She's got on a very clingy pair of sweatpants, and her endowment allows a portion of that sweatpants to be collected in a negative protruding pattern.
Yeah.
The brother did not break eye contact. He stared up at the ceiling. When he was time to drink his water, he made sure that he did not look to put that bottle to his lips. He didn't look it in. He kept staring at the sky. He dribbled a little bit too.
Yeah.
So, hey, we'll get to that. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I am. This is T-Bone T. What's up?
T-Bone T, Happy New Year, man. I haven't heard you since last year. You been good?
Yeah, man, I've been just
taking care of business, paying bills. That's about it, man. Just trying to maintain.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that, man. It's better than not hearing nothing from you at all. But I appreciate you knowing that you still checking in and knowing that you're doing good, man. I'm glad to hear your voice.
Oh yeah, hey man, I'm not gonna stay on that long, but I got a new name for Douglas.
Oh, what's that?
Where's Douglas at?
Easy.
Right here. I'm right here.
Hey Douglas, I got a new name for you, man.
What's that?
Mr. NBA.
NBA. That sounds like that's an
Yeah,
acronym for something.
You know why, Douglas? Because you were talking about the NBA for 10 hours, man.
So, are you saying the National Basketball Association?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
NBA.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The station manager, the program director, they need to give me a show where I can just talk NBA. I'll do it.
Yeah, I know.
I'll do it.
I know.
Y'all need some more programming? Your boy is ready for that. I could talk NBA. They play 82 games. I have so much that I could talk about. There's a lot of NBA fans out there, and even if you're not, because we would talk college basketball because that feeds into the NBA.
Yeah.
We'll talk G League. We're going to talk high school ball because we know this high school player is just going to go to college for 1 year, and then boom, he's in the NBA. Just like LeBron's son.
Yeah.
He went to college out there at USC for 1 year.
Hey, Douglas, I'm going to talk to you Friday about it. I just want to let you know you got a new name, the Mr. NBA, Friday.
Appreciate it.
Hey, y'all have a good morning, man. Y'all have a good morning.
Thanks, sir. You too. Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Douglas NBA Paul Washington.
I gotta make sure that people know about taking that joint to the cup.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a little bit of let's see. I got this. We still have some time. We got a spot block a little bit later on. So yeah, we got plenty. We got some time. So I was kind of curious about what your thoughts were about the brother having to look up at the sky when another young lady gets in the elevator and stands in front of y'all.
Yeah, I'll say this. Like I said, if I had a lady and she was very insecure, then yeah, I would look up. But if I have a lady who knows that my intentions is not with someone else other than my own lady, then I wouldn't mind looking. But here's the thing though, when you look, you don't look in the sight of lust. You look at a sight of you seeing somebody special right there. But at the same time, you know who you're with, you know who you're really there for. Therefore being said, and there's nothing wrong to look, but don't look in the way where like you're really holding on, you're really looking into that person other than your own lady. So when I look at somebody, it might be like 2 seconds, but on average. But even if the person, if I have an insecure woman which I shouldn't be with at all,
no, you shouldn't.
Exactly. So, then, yeah,
it don't get better, brother.
Yeah, because she's
been there,
right? She's
done that.
Yeah, if I had an insecure woman, I might as well have like a security system all around me all the time if I want to be watched.
Oh, she got that security.
Yeah.
And she's tracking your phone.
She got that
she may have
mental
a tracker
sensor
in your car. It don't get no better.
Cause women have that sensor in their head. Their mothers, and they always think like they always have that sensor. Like, wait a minute, my man's watching somebody. My man's watching somebody, and that paranoia kicks in. Man. And when they see that, boom, there you go. I knew I couldn't trust you. Why are you looking at her? So that's why I've tried to avoid women like that.
No, that. It is something that you have to say within yourself. That brother has to have a talk with himself. Mm-hmm. And he has to say, why am I putting myself through this?
Thank you.
Why am I dealing with this? Why am I dealing with her?
Why are you putting so much drama in your own life when you can really avoid that?
If you see that, that's the thing. And when it comes to relationship advice, I love when someone asks me because they see I've been in this thing for a good little while, holding each other down. You and I were just talking about my tripod, and I got this tripod. I always get compliments about it. I only got it because my lady said, let me help you out. Let me upgrade you. Let me make sure you're in a good place. And she got that tripod for me. It's always after the fact, but you got to know your worth. You got to say to yourself, do I really want to waste my time dealing with a young lady that has such low self-esteem? We're constantly getting into arguments. She's going through your phone. It's fine if you let her go through the phone because you got nothing to hide.
Right.
But why is that? Because clearly she has a lack of trust and her self-esteem is not what it is, I mean, why would you want to continue with that?
Exactly.
Hold that thought. Let's get this caller here. Maybe that was the person with low self-esteem. It's like, hey man,
No, you can't do that to him. You can't do that to him. You never know.
You had me up until you gave my man the
Dang
opportunity to lose my number.
You got messed up with that,
No,
man.
you have to ask yourself, what do I deserve? So, Edward, we only have a few before we get out of the way for Douglas Professor, but you want to say a little goodbye before?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say thank you, Douglas, for having me on. And a special shout out to Jabari Warfield. He will be back next Wednesday with Warfield Wednesday. So everything that you hear and see for this program is all in the spirit of Jabari Warfield. And, of course, Douglas and Mr. NBA, Dapper, Paul Washington II, always do his thing. So thank you. And also, too, if you're out there driving, if you feel sleepy, pull off to the side of the road because it's the same thing as if you're doing DUI. And stay hydrated. And I love y'all. And until next time, I'm gone.
Thanks, Edward. Caller, are you there?
I am. Good morning. It's Polly Pockets.
Polly Pocket, the best from the West. Hey, do you like that little jingle I made up? I made it up on the spot.
I do. I thought, T-Bone? I thought it was NDA, like non-disclosure agreement, Doug.
Yeah. Just wait, DL says she doesn't enunciate the best, but yeah, he went with NBA. That's what he went with.
Okay, non-dapper Douglas agreement.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna never be non-dapper. This how I live. This is how I get it. Besides, if I don't put these clothes on, my hottie with a body, she gonna leave me. This is the only way I can keep. Cause every woman's crazy about a sharp dress, man. I live by that. But what's poppin', Polly?
Lots of stuff that you guys talked about all ties in together.
Let's do it.
But you had me at January or January, whatever.
Embrace the push. Hey, what say you? Does January want you to liberate? Have you already been liberating?
I've been liberating 2014.
Woo! And what say you about like your friends? Because I'm sure some of your friends are still they getting them legs waxed like daily. Like the pressure is on. They still putting the razor to it. Do they talk to you about it?
No, we don't talk about that stuff. But it just goes back. It was more so you guys were talking about the woman at the Star and how you want a confident woman, but then people feel some type of way about hair. Do you want the confident woman or do you not? Let's get honest. She does what if she cooks you the breakfast. If she says, "All right, let's take it out because this is my place," then let her do what she wants because you can't have both. You can't be like, "Oh, that's how I want my lady to be like." But then buying you that tripod, right? You like that tripod.
I love my tripod.
On it.
I just got a compliment on my tripod just today from Edward.
Yeah, but also you gotta think about it. Like when you got 3 kids and you're married, who cares about what you got on your body? Someone liked you at some point, with or without the hair. So let's get moving. But if it's another like No Shave November, if January is the next thing, give people something to do at the start of the year. Maybe it's a resolution they can't break because they're already doing it.
Man, you are spot on. Polly Pockets, you always bring, man, we got DL today. We had Dr. Jordan calling in from North Carolina. We've had some calls. Eastside Larry won those Cat Williams tickets. I mean, it has been an amazing day. We've had some great callers. What else you got, Polly? We did bring up a lot of topics.
Yeah, you guys did. I mean, again, the insecure man who can't look that woman's nice behind, that's issues on both ends. That's him afraid of his woman and that woman not being confident. Again, what's the big deal? He ain't touching it. He just looking. His eyes are going to look places anyway.
I mean, game recognized game. At the end of the day, it ain't going nowhere. So you could talk about it. You could be about it. You could say, hey, somebody does nothing but squats right there. I mean, there's ways to talk about it.
He's looking at those abs in the movies.
Yes.
In a way.
Yes.
So if it's right there, he's not going out of his way to find it. It's not like he's like, let me get on OnlyFans and look at this up.
Yeah, because what you're in essence doing is you're lying to each other. You're lying to them. Oh, baby, she ain't even fine. What? Come on. What? See, and so what you're allowing yourselves, because of the insecurity, is you're allowing the truth to be out of your relationship. It ain't real. It ain't real. Listen, dudes stare. That's what we do. It's the truth. And we love to watch you come and we love to watch you leave. And if you don't embrace that, if you don't understand that, I mean, you're out here faking, to be honest. If you want a fake relationship where he's protecting you, cool. But you can have that conversation like, yo.
Not even that. Then you just make it awkward. So you could have just stood in the elevator and be like, all right, we're on our next thing. Now you got to have this whole discourse about why you're looking up in the ceiling. What's wrong with my behind? Are you a side piece? blah, blah, when you could have just been like, all right, look straight, not look awkward, not look like I'm uncomfortable, not look like I'm feeling some type of way. Just, all right, cool, person walked in, down, all right, person got out, and argue about. Let's keep it moving to our next task.
Polly
But
Pocket, I appreciate that. I'm also kind of curious if I could ask you one other little thing.
let's go.
For a person like you sound like you have high self-esteem. You've been liberated since 2014. When you find your friend and you could tell that your friend has that anxiety over their hair and their body, do you sit on the sideline or do you offer the liberating moments? Do you keep it to yourself or do you offer it to them? Because it sounds like you've been confident, you've been in a relationship, you don't have it locked down. Their self-esteem may not be to that point yet, and they out here, they're still swiping left or swiping right. I don't really know which way you got to swipe. Depending on your app, maybe some go left, some go right. Would you step up to say something to them, or you got to let them live and wallow in their anxiety?
If they're bringing it up, then that's an invitation. I can bring it up. If just saying things and they're not talking about it, I don't need to bring them down.
Yeah. Polly, this was amazing. I got to get out of the way. Douglas the Professor is in the building. He's from Baltimore. You ever been to Baltimore, Polly Pocket?
I have.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You know, Francis Scott Keys, the Rockets' Red Glare, that was right there in Baltimore. That's what happened right there.
And also, you got to start swiping up, down, like scroll to the next TikTok video. We're not swiping left or right.
Agreed.
Left or right, Dapper Doug.
Thanks for the call, Polly Pockets. Polly Pockets, the best in the West. We'll see you.
Right. And keep on adulting because I know you love that word.
Why you got to do that on the way out? I can tell you're listening. Thanks, Polly.
Bye.
Man, she hit me.
Hey,
Y'all
Douglas.
see what she did there? She hit me with that adulting on the way out. She's listening.
Hey, Douglas.
Appreciate that. What's up? Oh,
what's up?
Hey, Edward's still in the building.
Yeah, I'm still here. Real quick, I just want to let y'all know, if y'all truly love KZI, if y'all really love KZI, I just want to let y'all know that we are, as the station, and also DJ Slice, are nominated for Best Radio Station and Best DJ Host, respectively. So if y'all would like to, go on vote.austinchronicle.com between now and I think next week. Go in there. When you search for Best Radio Station, click KAZI, and for Best DJ Personality, click DJ Slice. Thank me later. Thank us later. Appreciate you. Have a good day.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. This has been The Morning Grind, KAZI 88.7 FM.